Well, well,
What up? What up? What up?
I
What's
you
going
know,
on, King?
interesting group of cast and characters tonight. Welcome, Let's Talk Family. It's a little slumber, a little tired night, but we just gonna just kick it. What's up, folks?
Ain't nothing, man. Just getting off the workshop, man.
Okay, okay. Got Nicole, got Wayne.
How
Yes.
y'all doing? What's up, D? What's up,
Wayne,
Cole?
What's up, Well, King? good evening. Good evening.
Chilling,
Wayne, what's
chilling.
going on with you for the night, sir? What are you doing in there, Wayne?
Watch my team get their ass kicked tonight. But
I didn't want to talk about that, Wayne.
that's all right. It's all right. Man, it's it's a different New Year's Eve, you know. Because of this new variant, the numbers exploding. Man, I'm stayed home for New Year's. Um, and I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? So good to be on with you all, bringing 2021 to a close and anticipating what 2022 has in store.
Indeed.
That sounds
Definitely.
like a plan, brother. What's up with you, Nicole?
Same thing. I'm here, me, myself, and I. I'm watching what was it, the All Rise, that series. So
Okay.
yep, catching up on that. Folding up some clothes.
CBS canceled that, but that got picked up by our own, right?
I heard, yeah. But honestly, it's a very good show, and it's not like
It is.
all this nonsense that's going on.
Well, see, Dwayne said, a lot of the shows really struggled during the last 2 years from with the taping and being able to film with the pandemic. And I
Mm.
think that had a buzz in it the first season. I saw it the first season. I think the buzz kind of wore off a little bit. So, Nicole, before we just having our little show where we just bugging out talking.
Yeah,
So, what was you upset about Hightown about the other day? Dwayne asked you and you never answered.
I did. I thought I did. I didn't want to like tell too much because I don't know who all watched it. But with High Time, it was like Jackie just a screw up. I'm just like, God, dog, Jackie, like you couldn't just keep straight for one day. Like, come on. And the girl reached out to her, and then Jackie sitting up there going into AA meetings like all she doing is drinking. Girl, you sniffing and doing everything else, popping pills. Like, yo, that ain't your only vice. And it's just a whole lot going on. What's the dude, Junior? Yeah. He finally, get his little card to get out the life. He messed that up. He's trying to get another little taste. I said, dang.
So let
Like,
me so let
he
me
just,
ask you, Nicole,
That
because
show was bomb, though.
me and
it is
Dwayne talked
good
about
though.
it. You think Frankie's dead? There's a lot
Frankie.
of blood.
Who is Frankie now? I don't think she watched all of it, Q.
She
No,
she
no.
she, she saw him get stabbed at the end. She
I'm
had
trying
to
to
see him
think.
get stabbed at the end.
Oh,
You know what? Because I watched it a minute ago, like a couple
If
days.
she, oh no, she didn't watch the last episode then.
She didn't watch it.
oh,
That's what I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
must have.
No, how do
Yeah.
you know if she know about Jackie? Well, Jackie, nah, you ain't watched the last episode.
You know what? Because sometimes the names kind of they escape me, but I did see it, but I don't remember that one.
Yeah, you
Like I said,
messed me up with that one.
I've been watching
You
other
looked
stuff.
at me like maybe I didn't know what I was talking about. So, cuz, what's going on, yo?
chilling, man. I'm glad to release that book, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Before the new year
This
kicked
lucky
in.
14, right?
Huh?
What's this 14?
16.
Oh wow.
16 in how many years?
4.5 years.
Wow,
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's a total of six this year.
Wow.
Let me ask you about the book. Like, when you wrote the first book, did you envision you would get to 16? It was only like a one and done. Like, yo, I'm gonna just read this one book.
Nah, actually, it was the first three. You know what I'm saying? When I did the first two, then I was like, yo, I could do three in 1 year. That should be fly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody ever did that. So I was just hyped off that. My daughter was like, yeah, go for it. So
Wow.
after that, I was just like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But then when it came to the fourth and fifth, that was supposed to just be one book. And a couple of my female cousins was like, yo, why don't you split it in half, do something for the women, and so that's why I was seeing the world through my spiritual eyes and from me to you. But I thought that was it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I until I went to LA and everything in Seattle, that I just came back with a new energy. You
Hmm.
know? And I was just like, yo, what if I could put something out for Thanksgiving? Because I already had the book already right there, but I had a little situation going on and I got distracted off the path when so I was gonna chuck it. You know what I mean? Because I was pissed off and mad and angry and shit. So once I got involved with my uncle, meeting him for the first time, he's from the Bronx and everything. We chopped it up, kicked it out in LA. You know what I'm saying? I just got a new energy. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, kid, fuck that. Do your thing. So I was like, so I was able to put that book out on Thanksgiving. Then I was like, and I was going through some other craziness. So I was like, you know what? Why don't you end the year with a good banger? You know what I'm saying? Throw another one out there. So I was aiming for Christmas, but I wound up doing it 2 days before. So I was happy about that. So that put me in a whole different mindset. A year
Okay.
before we started doing our thing, I didn't even know we would even get, I would even get there, after the Man Behind the Hands book. You know what I'm saying? So everything been a journey though, man. You know what I'm saying? That's God's way of just showing you that things can
What you
manifest.
what you what you got in store coming up for the poetry corner? Any new thoughts that you want to share, or just keep that close to the vest until it happen?
Yeah, just keep that close. You know what I mean? Things is on the mind, but it just ain't real sharp right now.
Yeah,
Some special
yeah.
things though.
So Nicole, you got your book that's gonna be hopefully dropping no later than February, March.
Yes, yes. So I'm very excited.
That's what's up.
It's called Piece of Me. So you get a little bit of everything. I actually threw like a little short story in there too. So, but just a little disclaimer: everything is not about me.
You sure?
So like some poems that I wrote is not exactly, it might be been something that I saw on like TV and I got an idea about something. Um, for prime example, there's one poem I got, it's called Little Maria. And so just the whole about, a young lady being assaulted.
Hmm.
um no, that did not happen to me, but of course I watch a lot of SVU and other different shows, so I got the idea. So um
Lifetime.
no, I do not do Lifetime. That's one thing I do not
That's
do.
look, Nicole. That's too much drama for you, huh?
Yeah, no, can't do the Lifetime.
I couldn't resist that one.
That's funny, but that's like, I mean, it's funny because like my mom, everybody falls in love when I tell them about her. I'm like, my mom, I know her by the back of my hand. She's gonna watch 6 o'clock news. She watched Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, and then she says, "What game is on?" So football, basketball, everything. Like she's a big sports fanatic. So
That's good. She'd fit right in with me and Dwayne's circle.
Yeah.
yeah. One time, but she's not, all tech savvy. Because one time I wanted to get on one of the shows, like, to actually chat with y'all, but I was like, nah, never mind.
Was you on our last year's show, Nicole?
Yeah, I was.
So let me ask you from last year's show, and I know King was on. Dwayne, when you was on, Wayne?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
late.
yeah, everybody was
Yeah,
here.
yeah, everybody was here. But last year in the show, Nicole, how do you think your year went? Do you think it went fast, or do you think you accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish in that year?
Well, truthfully, no, I didn't accomplish everything because I thought I was going to have my book out before my birthday. That didn't happen. But that was my fault because I'm a big procrastinator. But it did go kind of fast. I mean, I had back surgery in October. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to have back surgery again. So, but everything, it pretty, I think it pretty went it went pretty fast. And it just, you know what, honestly, I guess after a certain age, it's like a roller coaster because it's just like, slow down. Wait a minute. I
Yeah.
ain't ready. I ain't ready.
What about you, Wayne?
Um, it was an interesting year. There's some things that I accomplished that I wanted to. There's some things that I missed the mark, but you know what? That just gives me something to shoot for as I go into 2022. I'm not a big person on resolutions. I'm not a big person on new year, new me. Um, I'm just thankful for every day. We do say, right? We all say life goes fast, and it does, but it still goes one day at a time.
True.
So I try to win as many days as I can. You know, I want to continue to keep challenging myself, man. Like mentally, physically, and work. I want to just keep trying to raise the bar. I don't want to settle. You know, even though things may be good, I want to keep looking for more. Yeah, it's a lot of things I want to accomplish. But Nicole, man, like it's a major accomplishment with your book. So it don't matter if it was dropping in 21 or if it's now going to drop in 22, it's going to touch people. So kudos to you for doing it.
Thank
You know, because a lot of times we have dreams and aspirations and goals, and we'll let people tell us why it shouldn't happen. But when you reach that goal, it's something that you should forever be proud of, even if only one person gets something out of it. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes we focus on the things we didn't accomplish in the past year. You know, perfection is not something that any of us is going to achieve.
True.
You know, I believe when I'm quote unquote perfect, that's when my God gonna call me home. Cause I'm imperfectly made. Listen, you see this? I'm imperfectly made. You know? It's still some things I enjoy a little bit too much. But again, Q, I'm thankful for the platform because I was able to meet a young lady like Nicole. I was able to meet a good brother like King. So I know you go through some things with this platform. I know there's certain things that you want to see different with this platform. But as I've said, since you've started it from that park in Vauxhall, New Jersey, to where you are now, brother, you should be proud of yourself and just keep rising the bar, man. Keep being better. And I appreciate you.
You know,
Quick
it's
question. Quick
funny.
question, Dwayne. What, if you don't mind sharing, what was one of your accomplishments this year?
So I've been at my job for 22 years. And they wanted me to take on a role this year that I felt somebody that should be like 2 or 3 years into the firm should take. It was called like an ambassador, where you do all these events and you try to get everybody involved. And I'm like, yo, I am the old get off my yard man at this job. I want to be dealing with these millennials. And I did it. I enjoyed it. And at the end of the year, out of 50 ambassadors, I was named the ambassador of the year.
Nice.
So I thought that was a major accomplishment for something I wanted no parts of. So see,
Congratulations.
sometimes, and I don't want to get overly religious because everybody, whatever power you believe in, I'm with it. You know, as long as we don't just think we all just here, you know. But I believe my God challenged me to take on this role, to stop being the old man, get off my yard, because I don't be wanting to deal with the millennials, y'all. I don't understand them. They think as soon as they come in the door, they supposed to be the CEO without working for it. And so it was a major accomplishment. Another thing, man, I read books this year. Like purchased and read books, like
yeah, me too.
Taking the time, like in this busy time, to actually take the time and slow yourself down and read. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm reading right now the young lady, Amanda Gorman, her book of poems. I'm reading them and I'm loving it, man. Like, I'm just so big on her. And so I'm glad I took the time to do that. I mended a bad relationship with a family member in 2021, you know, because you hold on to stuff sometimes and you don't talk to them. And sometimes we holding on to something. They don't even know that they did something wrong to you. You know? So I'm glad that I
Right.
was able to do that.
Well, my people know.
I still ain't have matching PJs at Christmas, so I missed on that one. But there's
You,
always Christmas 2022.
you
So
ain't just
ladies,
not on
I
that.
want to match some PJs in 2022. Get your ass together.
Get it.
One of the things, Dwayne, I appreciate your kind words, and as a friend of mine since the 6th grade, you were one of the people that actually knew what I wanted to do, the vision that I wanted to create with the platform, and definitely you see the frustration every day that I go through with that vision not coming into fruition the way that I anticipated. And you mentioned something that sometimes could have your intention set for something, and then based upon your audience or based upon certain situations, your vision has to be shifted a little bit. It still hasn't came into where I want the platform to be and what I believe how it could be beneficial to, as we would say, the culture, because it's a lot of people in this space. For me, you guys have been here since last year. I think the year was interesting for the channel, not just me as an individual. For the channel, it gained a lot, met a lot of new people, and we got a lot of clarity on a lot of things. I think that sometimes we don't want to be those type of people that, as the channel goes, like, oh, go with this wave. Why with this wave? Because this wave is hot. Why with this wave? It's steadily progressing to the pace that it needs to progress. It's not going to get no bigger, no faster, and it's not going to slow down no slower. I'm appreciative. I'm in for the long haul with this thing because I believe it has a serious purpose, and it's good to see, like I said, a person like Nicole to had been a supporter of all the shows we did, the sports shows, the poetry corner, the crown rules. Every show Nicole has been very supportive
That's
to now
right.
seeing where she's like a regular on the poetry corner. She co-hosted a couple of shows on the poetry corner. Now she's about to publish her book,
Did I get a little cut or
and
something?
eventually she's going to wind up doing a show, hopefully with less talk, if that would be good with her. But just being able to have that vision and just meet new people. Met my cousin and met Nicole. It's like you don't know your journey, and that's the problem with life, is that you cannot skip the pages in that book. You can't rush what you got to do. So for me, it's like, okay, another year coming up, another, okay, well, try to do this. Got a million ideas. I wreck my brain. I stay up all night thinking of different stuff. I haven't met too many people who have that quote unquote go that I have go, because I always got something going on. And Dwayne, you are always like a breath of fresh air for me, because you kind of like take me out of the less talk frame of mind, and we talk about our sports, and I'll be like, all right, and then we'll talk about our other thing that we always talk about, the thing that we need to abandon, messing with Ab, Twin, and Craig. Um,
Yeah.
so for me, it's always reflective and understanding what we trying to do. Happy New Year, Faith. This young lady here has her own podcast. It's called He Said She Said Podcast. It's on YouTube, as well as they have a private group on Facebook. Anybody that's in my audience, I always encourage people to support each other, because that has always been the less talk format. Is once we get in the door, once if I was to get in the door, I'm gonna just kick the door in, and everybody could come through. That's what I believe. I believe in the
Yeah.
group. I don't believe in trying to just get somewhere by yourself. Um, for those that don't know, the brother Gilly that has the $1 million worth of game platform with his cousin Wallow, he made a very interesting video, and he talked about the plug and being able to be the connect for people with other people. And that's one of the problems I believe in our culture now, is that we know we all got connections to people, and sometimes you just need to connect people with the right people, so they can meet the mark and stop all the self-hatred. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't like this person. You don't even know this person.
that's right. And it is just it's so crazy because you see it all the time. It's like crabs in a bucket. Like, somebody see you, shining, and they want to try to, smear your name with, talk about you and bring you down and all this other kind of stuff. But, as they say, what is for you is for you. So nobody can block that regardless, you know. And I'm very, as far as religious, and I believe in certain things. I believe everything happens for a reason. We might not agree with it, but it happens for a reason. Whether it's for you to tell your story to somebody else so they won't make the same mistake, or maybe the mistake that they make won't be as great. You know what I'm saying? Because people are gonna do what they want to do regardless. But yeah, definitely, I definitely appreciate the the platform, and you said about your connector, your distro. So, but definitely, I mean, honestly, I think your show, it was. I'm glad that I tuned into the poetry corner that night, because that just is like
Oh, also Faith is a
dominant.
poet too. Faith is also a poet.
Okay.
She
Oh
writes
yeah.
poems as well.
What's
Yeah,
up?
she. I don't think she's ready to come out her shell yet and let everybody know what she does. Like I
Excuse
said
me.
about her podcast before I went on to the other stuff. The reason why I think that, and it's a bunch of I don't really watch a lot of mainstream news. Um, I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of reading, as far as old school newspapers, and I read stuff off the internet. But I'm a big podcast listener too, as well as trying to do this thing. And what's unique about her podcast, he said, she said podcast, and I think this is interesting, and this is what set their podcast different from everybody else's, and why it's unique is because her podcast is with her baby father, and they're not together, but they still work together because they co-parent and they co-grandparents.
Yeah.
So I think this, with having that relationship, which a lot of people don't have because there be problems, issues going on, but they don't have those issues. And if they do have those issues, they still do what they got to do, and that's the uniqueness of their what they're doing with the podcast, what they're doing with the page, and how they interact with each other, and basically their family. They're tied at the hip together for the rest of their lives, and I think that a lot of our younger people, and even some of us our age, that have been through having children and they're not with the children's mother, the children's father, can learn a lot from them as an example of, look, we ain't together, but look, we still got to do what we got to do for our child. So
Definitely.
that's that with explaining some intricacies about what they're doing with their channel.
So King, what is book 16 in regards to, brother?
Well, I was speaking to one of my managers from San Diego. So I was telling her about this year. She know I go with the flow, you know, and I just feel like so many people from here and there always hating about something. I don't know if they have a misconception about me or whatever, but I follow my intuition. I have a very, very strong intuition about people and how they use applications towards me or whatever. And in general, I'm gonna just say, can I cuss on here? I really don't give a fuck. So my thing is, the way my spirit is, I practice knowing and understanding my inner being or who I am. So when people start acting shady towards me, or I don't even call them out on it, you know what I'm saying? My spirit goes into activation mode. And it's like, yo, let's throw something positive in here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I've been jumping on epiphany shows here and there. You know, besides doing the show, Poetry Corner, and, getting involved with like people like Nicole and others and stuff. So that brings more positive energy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when I go, my spirit go into activation mode, it's like, okay, time for another book. Throw one out there. I was just shocked at the momentum of this year. I ain't think I'd be getting crazy like this. So to top it all off, this book just identifies and shows people like the extreme measures that it took to get to where I'm at. That's why I timelined everything. saying like 2017 to 2019, so they could see the progress. You know what I'm saying? Of how I went through the phase. Even doing the sample book, I had that on there on the cover. And then for this year, that's why I called it the Fantastic Five. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to let go of other energies to really catapult to where you trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you try to show people like, yo, you can't stop me. You know what I'm saying? I'm unstoppable on that. When you believe in a higher force, you know what I'm saying? And through the source, you can't be stopped. I don't care if you slander my name, talk shit on me, kick my back in. The higher power is gonna always protect me. You know what I'm saying? So, and the only thing is, when you are showered with love, there's nothing else going on. So that's basically what that book is. Getting involved with many people this year, seeing the positiveness come out of people's mouths, and I just take all that in. You know what I'm saying? Like Cuzzo, Nicole, you know what I'm saying? All supportive, others out there. So I just say, yo, I need to throw something special out here by by the new year. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't rush it, but it just all manifested like it always do. You know what I'm saying? I was aiming for January 1st because I was like, that'd be good on New Year's. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But the creator was like, nah. This is gonna come out before then. So just do you. So I'm still humble about it. I feel like he has me writing these books for one rhyme or reason. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to walk into a light of just writing regular literature books. So maybe that's what this is all about. You know, I feel like something happened to me in that car crash though that made me just be on the go and on the move. But I appreciate everybody that's right here. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is a
And
good book you guys should get. It's called Slavery's Mastery. It's a nice thick book. It's by Dr. Short, brother who I had on the show, real supporter
oh
of the
yeah,
show of the channel. Yeah, I just got it last week, and I got to read it. Very interesting book. He's a historian,
yeah.
Dr. Short, and hopefully I have him soon on the program. I've been busy with some other stuff, so like I said, next 2022 we got some stuff going on. One of the um one of the shows is going to be more of a geared towards men. Not that the women can't watch. I know Nicole. Hopefully you'll be able to watch the show and support the show. One of the shows is going to be geared towards brothers. Just men in general. I don't want to give away too much till I get some confirmation.
Yeah, well, whenever
No.
you put up there and people be like, only the men comment, I just roll my eyes. Because
You
damn
know,
well ain't only the men going to comment.
Yeah, that's something with our people is that we
I just be looking.
know a lot of times what
I be
happens is
looking a
that
lot. I be
sometimes
looking.
you ask a question and then you hear the person talking but you're not listening to them talk. Um we want answers definitely when you know geared towards relationships. You get a lot of people that talk about relationships a lot and they'll say, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, instead of saying, what are you bringing to the table? What are you offering? What are you providing? As the phrase that Dwayne has coined is, be the person that you require. So with those questions, when you say all the men answer this question, and then you get a bunch of women that answer the question, it's like, damn, you guys want men to talk and be vocal. Here is their opportunity, and then you bogart in the post or whatever. And it's the same goes vice versa. We do a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
we do a lot of games when it comes to certain things. We play a lot of games. You know, it's a very interesting. Social media can be very interesting. It can be, you know,
So we are like 4 minutes before the ball drops, man. What are we all looking for on this night going into 2022? What are we looking for?
what are we here
Just look.
for?
I'm just looking for more windows of opportunity. You know what I mean? To take it past the stratosphere. So patience is a virtue. So I'm cool.
Mm.
No resolution. I'm just gonna walk into 2022 like I always do every year. You know what I mean? So just staying away from drama too. I don't need
Pretty
that.
much.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
There you
Word.
go, brother. Listen,
Definitely.
for the four of us that's here right now, man, like I'm just praying for peace and prosperity, love and
Mhm.
happiness for all four of us, man, because man, this a cold, cold world. And sometimes you can get caught up in it. And like King said, man, if we could kill people with kindness and positivity, oh, what a better place it would be, man. But I
Definitely.
think we harp on, oh man, I'm tired of protests. I'm
Excuse me.
tired of this, that, and the third. But now we got the Omarion, like I like to call it, you know, and this thing is exploding.
Yeah.
Why? Because we got together at Thanksgiving, because we got together at Christmas, because we're getting together tonight. And I get it. We're social people. We want to be around each other. But, you know, I want to leave COVID in 2021, man. I'm tired of COVID. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Mhm.
one of the things is that you know, looking forward to tomorrow and the future of the next 365 days and trying to prepare for it is taking one day at a time and realizing you know, you got to live in the moment for it and you got to earn tomorrow. And it's funny because I told Dwayne the other day on the phone, Nicole and King, I was telling Dwayne, I said, yeah, I'll probably see you in April. And I said it like it was a joke, but I was serious, and he knew I was serious because Dwayne and myself had some plans. We both had some plans on what we wanted to do in January, in February, last week of January, first couple weeks of February, and because of the pandemic and the numbers going up, those plans got derailed, which is perfectly fine with us. I mean, it ain't because of what we did. So
No.
you know, going forward, you know, you just gotta, you know, like Dwayne always says, March 2020 changed our lives and changed the way we move. So, for me, and understanding this space that we in, far as you know, trying to podcast stuff like this, it's a saturated market, but it's fun. I look forward to having some real interesting things going on and doing some numbers and trying to connect with different people and you know increase people and help people out and you know maybe hopefully next year this time Nicole will be like you know I'm doing a show and I got this new person this new poet that's coming on the show with me and I'll be like wow and that is what we call pay it forward
Definitely.
and that's how
Well,
it should be done.
well, Happy New Year. It's 12 o'clock
Yeah.
midnight.
Happy
Happy
New
New Year to
Year.
y'all.
New Year.
We're
Wow,
bringing it in with y'all.
yeah, I could hear the fireworks outside.
Yeah, I hear him out here too. It's probably regular gunshots too. You know
Oh
I live
There
in
wow.
we
South
go. I'm
Texas.
hearing them now too.
Happy New Year. It definitely is it's been a great, 2021
You
was
know
Yo,
I know,
cuz, you know another thing, man?
go ahead.
You be rocking everything out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's why I always call you the mad scientist on that.
You
I
have
mean,
no idea. Let me tell you something. You have no idea what I got for you. I got something for you that's gonna rock your socks. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna mess you up. I'm gonna show you after. If,
so you
I don't know.
mad scientist, man.
Yeah, you know one of the things is that I do. I'm one of them people that try to work a lot. So what I'll do is I'll put in and try to work on Saturdays, and if I don't work on Saturdays, I'll be home on the weekends. And that idle time sitting in the house, I start to thinking and you know just trying to be creative and look at different things and try different stuff. And like Dwayne says, sometimes we get put in a position where you have to not react off the emotion or the anger at the moment and just
Yeah.
readjust, as they say, readjust your crown and be like, all right, I'm gonna do it this way so I just be free of all the BS. So
Mm.
nobody could say nothing, no drama, no nothing. And it's like we one of the biggest problems and I realize with not just this platform, any show I ever did, anything that I've been through in life, is one of the biggest issues that we have is miscommunication. And if you have an issue with somebody or a discrepancy with somebody, it's best to just pick up the phone. instead of having that miscommunication
Amen.
or be looking like, you know how people look at your post on social media and be like, oh, they talking about me. No, the person ain't even got to be thinking about you.
That's them feeling guilty.
I'm a
That's
victim
they
of
got
that
other
when
stuff
I'm
going
like,
on.
that's not about you.
but it's so serious because human nature allows that to set in on any. It can happen to any of us. Be like, damn, I just said, or let me just use this for example. I just said that to Wayne. Why would Wayne post that? Like that was private.
Right.
But when you don't, the only way to remove that doubt is to pick up the phone, because that doubt comes from other places. It don't even come from the
Right.
person that may have intentionally did it. And one of the things that I'm learning is, just I had a cousin tell me years ago, like when something happened, just stand still, just stay still, don't do nothing. And
And
about a month and a half ago, you guys know, some situations was going on, and I was like, what the heck I do? And it really, at the end of the day, for me, it provided a lot of clarity, because I could have went into a bag of some other stuff and really got nasty, and can continue to get, and can still get that way. Because really, when the truth and what's right is with you, you could puff your chest out a little bit. But at the end of the day, for what? So for me, it's like, standing still and just remaining focused, and your feet are facing forward for a reason. And that's paramount. So Dwayne probably dropped because he has his business to take care of.
Yeah.
You know, last year taught me something very well, cause and it's the big thing that people said, you just never know. And you know the crazy thing, I was gonna name a book that you just never know. You
Mm.
know, I feel like I'm the type of person that be fair with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't be into no drama mix, and I'm apologetic too. If I said something that offended you, and you like, that's like Nicole. If I said something to you, right, and you ain't find it too funny, you be like, Joel, like, I'm like, oh shit, oh sorry, Cole. I was just playing around, but sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Mm.
And I ain't know to attach to your feelings like that. Not saying you oversensitive, but just saying like I didn't know that you felt the way about me saying that. I'm apologetic about it, and I'm genuinely sincere about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have anything against you. I'm not gonna say something maliciously. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
offend you or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I like you and whatnot, and we joke around and stuff. So, but I do have the tendency sometimes to say things moving my mouth too fast. So if ever, you know what I'm saying, you be like, what did you mean by that? You know what I mean? Just let me know
Mhm.
so I can check myself on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my open honesty. You know what I mean? So nobody should have beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? We should all just love one another. You know what I'm saying? Like her said, communicate and just be right there on the table. But I learned a lesson this year. Like I said, you never know.
Yeah, yeah. So Nicole, do you have anything else you want to share with us?
No, I mean, glad to see another year. Just
Amen.
trying to be positive, and what's in the left in 2021 can stay there. Pretty much it.
Yeah.
I
So
want
So
that book.
I
I'm a
know,
close.
right? I know, right? But I'm a perfectionist too. Not only am I a procrastinator, but I'm a perfectionist. So the two P's. So
I'm gonna close the show, and you two stay on, because King, I want to show you something. But you
All
with
right.
that, everybody in the chat, appreciate you guys for joining us. This is our new year from here on out. This is something that I like to do, is have a New Year's Eve show and invite people that could come on. And with that, we're gonna close the show,
Happy New
because I'm a
Year.
little tired tonight,
Happy
which
New
is
Year's,
interesting,
everybody.
because usually I'll be up. With that, everybody have a blessed and safe New Year.